Hey everyone, Eggman here with another video, and last night I had my first weekly tournament for the Fusion World card game. It's a weekly series I'm doing for at least the next couple weeks. If you guys are interested in joining, you guys can check it out on my website. I do have my own events and some others that are happening for the Fusion World and One Piece card game, so you can check that out. I also want to shout out Kaizoku Cards for sponsoring the tournament as well. They're giving first place one of their custom leaders, and if you haven't checked them out as well, you can check it out in the description. They have some really cool custom leaders for Fusion World and other card games, so make sure to check them out. But jumping on into this event, we did have 46 players into this top 8 cut that we see here today, and we also did live stream it on our YouTube and on our Twitch, so you guys can check that out in the description. And I will re-upload the entire VOD, or like the matches individually in the next couple days or so, if you guys want to check those out also. But into this one, we did have 3 Frieza, 2 Beerus, with one of them winning the event, 1 Son Goku from the Star Deck, 1 Son Gohan Childhood, and an Aandroidd 17. So honestly, a pretty unique top 8 from what we have. Frieza's, I think, has been pretty consistently a very good leader for this meta as it is. Beerus winning the event, I think, is a little out of there, but I really do like Beerus when it works. And then no Broly into the top 8. We did have some green with Gohan and 17-18, but no copies of him either, which is interesting. No blue in the top 8, which is not too surprising. Unfortunately, that deck generally it's just not quite there with the other colors, but I think this kind of pie chart shows what's doing well in this format right now as is. And looking at the leader breakdown for people, what they brought: 17 Friezas, 7 Gohan, 6 Broly, 4 Beerus, 4 of the Star Deck Goku, and then 2 of Aandroidd 17, Goku Black, and Son Goku from the set, and then also a single copy of Vegeta and Trunks. So not a lot of blue, only 4 people brought it for this event, but that is there. Also, no copies of Cooler, which I'm mildly upset about because I've been playing a lot of that deck on my rank climb, and it's been doing very well. I know a lot of people like Frieza a little bit more, but man, I really am a believer of Cooler, and it is a bit of a shame. But anyways, we're going to go over the top placing list for each one of these leaders, starting off with their first place list, which is Stephen Martin's version of Beerus. And I've been trying to play a lot of Beerus. It's almost there. Sometimes I have some issues with it, but this seems like a really clean build as what it is. Very personalized too. You'll see that there's a lot of cards in here, a lot of different ratios. There's 50 cards, but a lot of 1, 2s, and 3 ofs. But we do have like our bottom end of Master Roshi, Whis, and Master Roshi, the other one drop that takes the life. I think this is pretty solid for most red decks to have this as our bottom end. And then for our 2 drops, we have a mix of 2 copies of Hit, which I really do like this card. I think it just helps us early game a lot, so I'm surprised running it 2, but maybe we're on to something. I also think that Steven didn't really prioritize Awakening that often, which I think helped this matchup too, and how the deck worked as well. We had 2 copies of Otamo, 3 copies of Fua, and then 3 of the promo Son Goku. This being a 25k is very nice for most of the game, especially when we're playing against Broly, so a 25k for 2 for, quote-unquote free is nice, especially since we can play it for 2 early, and then if they don't get rid of it, you can, upgrade to a 25k. 3 of the Aandroidd 17 for Self-Awakening, 3 of the Son Goku, which I really do like this card. Sometimes running it at 4 is hard because it doesn't have combo, but it is a good card. Frost, which is great for your yellow matchup. Then 4-cost Frieza for just some additional like vanilla power, and then we have some Son Goku top end and 2 Beerus. So again, really personalized. I've been playing some copies of Beerus myself, and I've been finding some mixed results, but this might be the one I test out next and kind of see how it goes. So this is a build from Steven, and congratulations for their first place finish there. And then next up we have Rafael, who ended up getting second. So red getting first and second in this tournament's a little out there, at least not compared to what the results I've been seeing lately. I've had a couple people tell me that I've been sleeping on this leader, and maybe I have. I've been trying out some builds personally, and I really do like what the idea of what this leader is, being able to use it to get that plus 5k both turns. Like, there's some really good value potential for it. I just don't know if there's cards to really take advantage of it, I suppose. But yeah, the same one drops, except for trading out the drawing Roshi for the 1-drop Whis, which is fair. It's a 10k, it's a Universe 7 card, but also it helps you get some removal with a minus 5k. So the idea that this can get rid of one of your opponent's 5ks means that you drew a card because you got rid of one of their cards with combo, and it's a 10k, so I understand why the switch was there. We got the hit, we have the Fua, and also again the promo Son Goku, which this card's probably like one of the best promos that we have right now. It's in a good spot. And then we do have our awakenings of like the Krillins here. We have like the 4-drop Krillin, which It's good in this leader because we can make it a 20k pretty easy for Awakened and get some good removal, the Frost, and then also just kind of the top end. So no extra cards in this build, which I think is fine. I do think you need as much combo power as possible at times, and so not running that I think is fine for you. But top end of 4 Gokus and the Beerus, you get a lot of power, and then also the secret rare, which we played 3 copies in this build, 2 copies in this. I definitely don't think it's a 4 of. I think 2 is like the sweet spot for me personally, but you can be a little bit greedy and run 3 if you want to. So this is the build here. Congratulations to Rafael for their finish there. And then next up we have Frieza, which we've been seeing a lot of Frieza, I think, and I've been personally seeing it a lot on ladder as well. I think it's just in a really good spot for how consistent it is. It gets a lot of value for it. I do really like the Ginyu engine. This became one of my favorite super rares in the set pretty quickly. I thought it was like bad, and then I played it and I tested it, and it's just really good. So I've seen some people be like, man, I used to dislike 8-drop Broly, but now I hate Ginyu. This 2-drop just gets on board very quickly, and it's just very obnoxious. So I do like the idea of that. I do like the tech of the Kui, so this is really good against green specifically. If they play 17 or 18, or they play a copy of Broly, it just means that they have to either pop this card, or if they don't pop this card, you can block, and it just prevents it. So like a 2-cost kind of safety net to prevent losing to, or at least your opponent getting value from 17, 18, or Broly is really great. And then next turn you can play Golden Frieza and you get to freeze it, which is great. So I don't think there's much more to say. We are also playing the Death Beam though, which I haven't been seeing as often, but this does look like a little bit more of like a minor control build of it. So being able to run this is fine. So we're also playing the Mecha Frieza, and this is strictly because it's a 10k Frieza combo, I believe, for more hits from Zarbon. We have no King Coles in the deck, which is interesting too. So anyways, this is the build. Congratulations to Gabriel for their top finish with Frieza. And then we've got our 2 green decks. We've got Sun Gohan Childhood, which this guy's been pretty consistent, just a really strong deck in this. I think it's probably waned a little bit when people have figured out how the deck works, but I do think 17, 18 goes pretty hard in this deck, and we're going to look at the 17 as well. But, Broly is a good card, don't get me wrong, but this does get a lot of value, especially since I think more decks are playing like 2s and 3-drop, like kind of like almost swarm decks. Being able to just play this to get the pressure and then hit them for a 40k double for quote unquote free, I think has been getting a lot more value for the deck as well. We're playing the 5-drop Goku because this is the best friend of the deck. It helps it out so much. We're playing 2 copies of Trunks Future, which I started the meta thinking I really like this card. I ended up not liking it at all because it was just so many ways to get around this 1 KO effect. But I guess I don't know why we're running it, to be honest. It's like a backup copy of like Ramp. I suppose if this is a 10k, I'd definitely run it, but it's a 5k, so I'm a little bit less inclined to run it. We're also playing the Aandroidd 18. I really do like this card, and again in the other build that we're going to look at again in a minute. But yeah, this deck's looking, it's what we're looking like. It's not not a lot of variance for it. I don't like this at 2 is a little bit greedy, but since we are Gohan, it's better to play it in Gohan because it's harder for us to get to 8 compared to Broly, so it makes sense. But again, it is a little bit greedy for it. So anyways, this is the list from Braxton. Congratulations for their top 8. And to wrap it up, we do have our Aandroidd 17 player. So this is Jesse's version of the build. And yeah, this is I don't know. I've always said like Aandroidd 17 is like the worst copy, like green deck that we have, but I think there are some unique properties from this build. We were able to capture a couple of the games too, which I thought were fun. But just being able to get the value. The biggest thing too is that we're not running the stage. We're not running that card either. So we do have some flexibility in what we're doing on our early turn plays, which is great, and getting that advantage. And honestly, like the biggest thing from this build is that getting just a 60k or a 30k leader on the Awakened side on an offense is really good. It means against most leaders that they have to use a 10k plus something else to get out of it, or like a super combo, or against Broly, they have to actually like use something. Like you can pressure them actually with their leader without using any additional combos. So I think that's great for it. And we're also playing like Aandroidd 16 and Sun Gohan Childhood, which is a good combo for using the like against like green itself. Green doesn't really have a way to pop Aandroidd 17, like get around Aandroidd 16. So you get rid of this, you play the Sun Gohan Childhood, you get the ramp, and you're in a good spot. So honestly, I like what this build looks like and what it can do. I might have to test it out myself, and I think it could have some issues against yellow specifically because they like to swarm the board early, and we don't really have a way to answer that. But outside of that, I think the deck is in a good spot. So I don't have much more for it. It's really cool. Maybe I'll have to do some Android 17 testing myself. And congratulations to Jesse for their finish there. But just a quick video today. Just want to go over this event. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to check out the next ones. We're going to be running these the next couple Wednesdays at 5 p.m. PST or 8 p.m. EST. And it should be a good time. And then also shout outs again to Kazoko Cards for sponsoring the tournament as well. And make sure to check out their website for their custom art and stuff. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.
Damn it.